Yo, what's shaking with your textiles daily spread podcast? We outside even when we in the building, and even when we in the building, we outside. Did I say that the way that I didn't want to say it? I did. I don't know. I don't. Listen, it is what it is. You know, we normally go live. We normally do no edits. So
Started.
it is what it is. You want me to start it over? Let me do it again. What up? What up? What up? Textiles Daily Spread Podcast. Even when we outside, we in the building. And even when we in the building, we outside. So it is what it is. That's how I came out, and that's what it is. Because it means the same thing either way. Right.
Started.
There's a lot of action going on today. It is 3 p.m., just after 3 p.m. on the 11th of January on your Gregorian calendar in the year that they say is 2025. 30 days from now,
Started.
we're gonna celebrate the anniversary of the curator of your Daily Spread podcast's so-called alleged Earth Strong. We'll just call it that, right? Really, the so-called birthday is really your mom's birthday, right? Because that's the day she gave birth, right? So it's her birthday. You were already here, right? In some way, shape, or form. You're not, the form you're in now is not the form you're always going to be in, right? So that's another story for another day. Do we want to recap some action? I think a recap of some action is warranted because normally I forget to recap action. And it seems like yesterday we had a losing day. Lost a little juice because we dove into a play late that we had no business getting involved in. Hindsight is 2020, and that was Sebastian Corja. Sebastian Corja, we went full Monty, and that costed us a winning. We had a we were doing good. We didn't have that. We didn't need that game, but we felt good. Salute to Felix as he earned that. He definitely went out there and got that. Definitely want to keep an eye open for 24 and 18 on the day.
Started.
Lost about a half unit in juice due to the lack of, what should I say, lack of stick to itiveness of staying focused. Now today, 2-1 so far on the day.
Started.
Asking myself what action has already cleared. And as we look, oh, we didn't even really recap yesterday. Let's go over yesterday. We can go over yesterday for sure. The fire is burning, so please. Now, if you know, listen, subscribe if you find value here. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you for that, and you're welcome. All right, give thanks and praise. All right, we're smacking in golf, by the way. We should have took more golf action. We're beating on golf right now, and I'm grateful for that. NCAA, we are bugging right now. Tennis, not so much. NHL, okay. And this is just the past week of action. All right, for the year, the last 11 days, we are winning in one, two, three, four different sports, ladies and gentlemen. Almost five. If it wasn't for one play, we would have been up in five different sports right now. Sebastian Corja. We took Sebastian Corja, and that really pushed us back. We would have been up in five different sports right now. But it's all good. Time. This is just a new season, and it's the tortoise in the hare. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But you also do want to sprint when you have those times where things are going in in your favor, don't you think? Now let's start before. Let's get into our recap before we do anything, and then we'll talk about NFL. All right. All right. So yesterday, Merrimack versus Sacred Heart was the first thing on the board, and we did snag Merrimack. We did parlay that up, and we parlayed that up with the team that we knew was
Started.
not going to lose yesterday, and that was the LA Kings in hockey. We had the LA Kings early.
Started.
The line started to move in their favor. Their game was moved after they were supposed to play the Flames on the day of the fires in LA. Is that irony? Is that coincidence? The Flames in anyway. So they go to play the win Winnipeg Jets. All right, that's a reach. I'm on my dot, battle rap dot. I'm reaching. They played the Winnipeg Jets wherever they had that game, and they get the win. They were on the road. I was like, yeah, I'm not. All right, so that's how that happened. So we got that parlay. We had the Sacred Heart plus 2.5 because initially we didn't like Merrimack because we know Sacred Heart to be a team that is known to fight, whether that be this year, last year, whatever year. I know from my history of knowing who bets them and who caps them that they learn to fight. So I was like, let me take some of that action. It wasn't looking good the whole game. Towards the end of the game, they started to get right, and they ended up covering. So, and the under wasn't looking good, right? It went up to like 147 and all that. So we got under 147, we got under 136, we got under 138, we got Sacred Heart plus 5.5. So we really went crazy on this game. We didn't have to touch any other thing at the end of the day, but we like to play. So Merrimack minus 1.5. We didn't hit it over minus one, over 142 that we took live and a Sacred Heart live, but for the most part, we slapped on that game. We went and got right on that game.
Started.
The Milwaukee game, we had Orlando plus the 5, right? They covered that. Orlando plus 2.5 first half, first quarter. They covered that. I figured they'd come out strong. The Bucks usually don't come out strong with Paolo on the other side. Like that, I felt like Orlando had a chance early to make a move, but I didn't think that they had a chance to win the game. However, they still covered 109, 106. So, so I had a Bucks also minus 4.5. That didn't work out. But when it went to 5, I was like, yo, I'm taking that. Like, I don't any anything that y'all want to throw extra on with Orlando right now. I'm taking it because I lost a couple of them games with Orlando, and while Paulo was out, like I can't believe it. Like Paulo was out, Suggs goes down, and Franz was out, Mo was out, and he still kept rolling. I'm like, Kevin Mosley, Coach of the Year. Now package it up, ship it out to Coach Mosley now. Like All Star break, it's like, and Coach of the Year, Jamal Mosley. Let's wrap it up. Under 102.5 for the team total. Which team did I choose that for? Orlando. And they actually scored 106. So I thought that they wouldn't score 102.5. Maybe I was all, oh, excuse me, undervaluing the Apollo return. So that was that game. And we also were on the Pelicans versus the Sixers, and we had the Pelicans plus 6.5 minus 144.
Started.
Like we just felt like the Sixers just wouldn't. They're not like that. There's a lot going on with that team, and so I know Pelicans haven't been playing well, but CJ has been trying to come around. You get the big boy back, and it's not like they don't try to compete. It's just that they're just hampered and beat down and need more, in my opinion. Alvarado was also back at East Coast guy, so that was another reason why I kind of could see them keeping it close. In the Golden State played against the Pacers yesterday, and I had the under 222 in that matchup, and it surely soared under blowout winner there. We also took the Golden State Warriors plus 11 and a half at a minus 138. That didn't go our way. So we pretty much broke even on that game as we had the Pacers minus 9.5 in that game. Minus 10. Didn't really win in that big matchup. One we could have used. One we could have used yesterday to help us on our day. All right, we lost this one here, the Knickerbockers. Even though we had two parlays that hit, we had the Knicks first quarter in the match winner to lose. We also had Knicks money line to lose. We also had the Knicks plus 3.5 to lose, as well as the Knicks on a parlay with a three-way money line to lose, as well as the Knicks third quarter and first half and second quarter to lose. So with all those losses in that game, good thing we had the parlay in with Monfield's cat to get over 15 points and cat to get 10 rebounds. He scored 23 points and had exactly 10 rebounds, and Monfield's won the championship. And so that parlay cashed, and then we had another parlay with Oklahoma City plus 5.5, LA Kings plus 2.5 on the puck line, and the San Jose Sharks plus 3.5. So we kind of knew that one was in the bounds once the Knicks lost because other two games were in the third period, late in the third period, and it was very low scoring games, like 1-1 apiece. So I was like, yeah, we got those. We got big ass spreads. So we made it through the gate with that one, although we didn't make money from the particular Knickerbockers matchup. We were able to salvage some things up out of there. In the Boston and Sacramento, how did we play it? We played the under 226 that hit, but we also played Boston to cover the 12, and that did not. Boston actually got that ass cracked. And we had Boston minus 10.5. And we are not a Boston type of betting team. And that shows us why. Sacramento, we do like Sacramento, but why didn't we have Sacramento yesterday? I don't know. But it's all good. We'll be back at it. And you know what? Because Sacramento's been having a weird season, and I guess around now they're starting to figure it out. They fired the coach. You know, it's a lot going on. Then yesterday was weird to me. I wanted to kind of watch it. I should have been off of that game because I felt because they didn't have Fox in the lineup yesterday. Did they not? They didn't have him. If I'm not mistaken. And I was like, there was this talk about Fox and the coach, and you know, is Fox really the issue? And you see now without Fox, they take down the Lakers. So that makes it very interesting. Could Fox be on the move? Would Fox be better off in Miami? Well, no, you have Jimmy. Jimmy Butler plays the same company game as DeRozan. So you wouldn't want to put all of those together. And Jimmy wouldn't want to go there anyway. But it's just interesting how Fox didn't play and them guys got out of there in an 8-man rotation and got that W against the Boston with the 8-man. Oh no, that is the 8-man rotation. Boston actually went wild deep. They played damn near everybody they could except for Walsh. But they were getting smacked, so they probably was into the bench. All right, you had Brooklyn and Denver, and we did capitalize on this one with the Brooklyn first half plus 9.5. 9.5 to Brooklyn. Come on. Brooklyn, first half. 9.5 points. I didn't care who was in the lineup, bro. You know, 9.5 first half, Brooklyn. That was cash. All right. You had the Canucks versus the Hurricanes in hockey, and we were on Carolina three-way even money. So there you have it with that one. LA Kings, when they played Jets, we already told y'all we were bumming with that one. Utah, San Jose Sharks. We took a live stab with the Sharks live, and that didn't cash, but we did have the parlay in which we did cash, so we were able to see some profit from out of that game. OSU versus Texas. We had the Ohio State football. And we parlayed that -2.5 with Monfils on the money line in the championship. Yes, we did. Maddie Keys versus Jessica Pegula. We jumped on this one live. Maddie Keys. It was around even money when we tried to jump on it. It went to -110. We looked back at it again, looked back at it, and it was -175. We jumped on that again. So we came out of there with something with Maddie Keys, Madison Keys, that is, in the WTA tennis. And then we lost. The last bet of the night will be winning heavy. Sebastian Cordia. And that's what happens. We didn't read the board. We didn't read the room. Felix Auger Eliassimi. I know I'm butchering the name, but salute to you because you got right and you got that money. And now we have the Boston Bruins up 3-2 over the Florida Panthers. And I jumped on live with the Panthers. It's not looking good for us right now. However, it's cool. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. There are other games, other matchups. The Seattle Kraken, they play Buffalo on tonight, and we are on Buffalo on the money line. Yes, we are. There's other action on the ball. I'm just giving you the raw plays. It's nothing that you might want to write these down. So that way you could know I'm not capping them, I'm rapping. But there'll be more plays coming later on today. You know I'm on Picket. If you don't know that I'm on Picket, you probably will like, what's Picket? Well, Picket is an app that shows you like the plays, it shows you like what's going on. Like it's a lot going on with Picket. It's fire. Um Yes, plus 255 right now if you like Florida, which is probably not the best play. Let me look at my numbers here. Because I jumped on the floor with a recommendation of others, and then I got a list there of some things that I want to talk about. There is UFC on the day as well, so you might want to stay tuned. We got some more to talk about today for sure. All right, just looking around, looking at some numbers real quick. Oh, we didn't do that homework. Exactly. We stayed out of there. We just kind of went light as far as how we're going to transmute the energy in regards to NHL today. So that's why we only have the other one play, and that is Buffalo. College basketball, Dixie State. They play South Carolina State. And everybody and a mama. And what do we like in this particular matchup? We got the under 149. Under 149 and a half. That's all. We didn't take a side. We didn't pick a side. And what is the public referring to? The public likes the under as well. Some people say, "Yo, that's not a good thing." Well, what if the public knows what they better know? Okay, public only means to me the money, where the people are, right? What else? We have some results already from today, right? Creighton. We had Creighton on today on the money line -125, and they won by 4 points. We'll take it. I didn't like that -105 on them. So I'll just say, we're taking a -125 on the money line. I didn't know. If I didn't like the -1.5, what would have been the -1? About the same, -125. I should have checked it out. Pardon me. Did we mention the Buffalo? Yes, we did mention that game. Just trying to see if we have any more closures on today. That game was over. How come I saw that game? Okay. Here we go. USC versus Illinois. That particular matchup, right, had USC as a 13 1.5 point underdog at closing time, if I'm not mistaken. Plus 750 on the money line. They win the game outright. See, I had to get close to the screen, right? They won the game outright. Salute to the guy, Ramon. Sports Money Ramon. Steam Ramon. You know why? Because Ramon shared USC on the spread. I took that 13 and a half. Like, yeah. I used to want to go to that school. Against a Illini. For you to get a good read on against a Illini, that's a good. Hey, I kind of felt like it made sense. They end up winning the game by 10. App State, JMU. That one didn't go in our favor as JMU got punched. Yeah, they got their teeth kicked in by App State. Lost by Dubskioni. All right, so let's get into this NBA action. Utah at Phoenix. What lines did I get? I didn't jump on that big ass spread. It's a big nasty spread right now. It's like 11. And there's a lot of people that are out for Utah, so I could see it making sense, but these guys don't cover like that. The number that I'm seeing, Phoenix right now, is not a good enough number for me to take them to cover. I would like to take Utah to cover the spread. I would. I think I might just do that. 11 or whatever, they can cover that. Why can't we see what happened to like a Illini today happened with the Suns? All right. I mean, Laurie Markkinen is still out there. Let me take a look at these rosters real quick. And this travel situation as well for the Suns, because if the Suns did a whole bunch of running around and then now they coming back home. Let's see the Suns, Phoenix. This is the Utah game. Okay, this is the second game home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fourth and 6. They played Philly, Charlotte back to back, had a day off, then played Atlanta, then had a day off, and now they playing today, and they play tomorrow. They're vulnerable, man. At some point, and this is the one spot road game for Utah after 2 home games with 1 day rest in between each game before they go to play Brooklyn. They go back home to play Brooklyn. So if there's any spot here where I want to take the Jazz, it's probably would be here. It looks like the spot that the Jazz could possibly get a cover in. I had shorties on the left. All right, let's keep it moving. What else? What other action? Oh, and yeah, and my action on is quickly threes. Well, no, that's not in that game. It's Kessler over 8 rebounds and Markkinen to score at least 20 points. So Walker Kessler, 8 rebounds. Larry Markkinen, at least 20 points, and Emmanuel quickly from another game to get 2 threes plus 125. That's a small parlay, but something I think makes sense. Something to have fun with all the weekend, you know? So that's the only action I have in that matchup there. And in UFC, I have one bet, and it is Santiago Ponzinibbio on a money line. I've never heard of him. So for me to give a full breakdown on that would be insane. What I can do is share my screen and let's see what is being said, what the world of sport seems to know about Santiago Ponzi Nibibio. Nibio. Ponzinibio. Ponzinibio. Ponzini. We're gonna get this name right. Ponzi Nibio. Ponzinibio. There we go. We got it. Not that complicated. Hansa Nibio. We got it. All right, let's share the screen here and get to that's who we like in UFC today. Just based off line movement. That's pretty much. Oh, but we do have a list for you of other things that we want to get involved with on today, or that we said that we were going to get involved with on today, if it's not too late. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. JMU. Is it too late for JMU? James Madison. I don't know. Let me see. Stop sharing. Okay, you see the screen, right? Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let's see what's going on here. Let's just the weigh in. We're just looking to see if we could get in on James Madison. Is it too late for that? It looks like it may be too late for James Madison. Whatever we had thoughts on. Oh, I know where I can look as well. And I believe that was basketball. James Madison. Yep. And oh yeah, that's the game that we just talked about. They got punched out. They got punched out. All right. Hofstra, we wanted to get involved with, but we're in New York and we would have to play in an unregulated market to get involved with the Hofstra game. What's going on here? Are we not entertained?
Started.
We're back to live action. We're back to what's going on, gang. Stop it. All right. Today. Hofstra. They won. Okay, so we would have got them on that. We would have won. San Jose State. San Jose State. They play Air Force. Oh, it's actually live right now. Let's get to it. Air Force. Okay. No. Yeah, y'all. Let's get into it. We want to fade Air Force today. But you know what? We didn't get involved with that because we were kind of worried. We were kind of worried that Air Force might make something happen. So if we could get some points, is Air Force plus 2.5. We're gonna grab Air Force plus 2.5. Excuse me. But we're also gonna get a good number on this money line with San Jose State. Right now it's at 152, 156. Right? All right, Taro Daniel. What you know about Taro Daniel? All right, let's look at that. Taro Daniel. Taro Daniel. That's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. All right, so we could chill and wait for that. Alexander Bublik, what's up with that? What is that? Is all of this tennis action for tomorrow? Because we got a lot of tennis action. I believe it may be for tomorrow, so we can hold that. Hey, let's see, what is this board reading? Today? No, it's action for today. It's action for today. But are we on it? Riley Opelka's outside today. action that we look like we on is more or less tomorrow's action. Yeah, it looked like we on a lot of tomorrow. We didn't grab on today action, huh? A lot of big favorites on today. Uh, I don't like all of that big favorite shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I do see an interesting spot with Quentin Howells. Might try that later on tonight. Stay tuned. Keep your notifications on in case we move on that. But nah, nothing really looking real hockey-ish. Let me try to do this time sort real quick. Hockey ain't looking like I'm on a hockey. I mean, tennis not looking Tennessee right now. Yeah, we could move on. The plays that we seem to have in lock like we looking at don't seem to be for today, so we'll chill on those. And in hockey, are we gonna move on to Buffalo Sabres? I think that's the play we're moving on is the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, that's the one we're moving on right now. Buffalo Sabres. That game is going to start in a little bit. We're going to shoot our shot with the Buffalo Sabres. And that should do it. That should do it. Should we try it in regulation? I like all this movement that's moving right now. All right, so we might try this three leg. You want me to try this three leg? It's plus 401. San Jose State, Tyrell Daniel, and the Buffalo Sabres money line. It's plus 432 odds right now. All right. Let me straighten that out. Sabres are down 3-2 with 8 minutes left. Let me straighten this out right here. I do like. Oh yeah, yeah. See, that's why we getting oh it's 156, but you get minus 1.5. So we gotta take that. We don't have to, but we're going to. Oh, it went back to 2.5. Grease monkeys. Hmm. With San Jose State. We try to get a better number. We try to get that 1.5 because we think that they can hold it down. They're up one, right? So they're on that lay. Outside of that, Buffalo Sabres straight up. We're going to take that straight up. It's minus 137. Do we want to take them in regulation? Let's take a look at the number. In regulation, is plus 120. It's not bad. We can give you a shot. It's not bad, but we'll take the money line straight up and hopes that we are on the right side of town. And that's all from the list. That's the bottom of the list. We do have some NBA looks. Atlanta game, that's over with. The Grizzlies. Very interesting stuff here. Let's go and look at that before we wrap this up. But that game is still active. And so is the Miami and Portland game. So take a look and see what's shaking with that. Oh, we still days away. Still days away. The Knicks need that next game. They down 3 games in a row. Right? Again? Oh, 2 in a row. Yeah, they lost 2 in a row. All right, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulties right now. How you doing, though? What's good with you? And we didn't even talk about our play here, right? This guy. Okay, so here we go. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Carlston Harris, UFC Fight Night 249. Preview. Ponzinibbio, 29-8 in MMA, 11-7 in UFC. And today's the 11th, right? So them Camacho got a guy. Because on the 11th, he's going to stay on 11 and go to 8 losses. Let's see. Usually it worked the other way for me. So I'm hoping that it does the same today. And he's in need of a win today, okay? Since 2021, the Argentina-born welterweight is just 2-5 in what has been this what has easily been the roughest stretch of his career. Ponzinibbio enters a two-fight skid following a stoppage loss to Kevin Holland in April 2023 and a split decision loss to Muslim Salikov in 2024. Harris, 19-6 in MMA and 4-2 in UFC, has the exact opposite record of Ponzinibbio since 2021, having put together a record of 5-2. However, Harris also enters on the heels of a loss, a first round knockout by the hands of Chaos Williams in May 2024. Santiago versus Carlston. The expert pick a prediction. Co-main event features a welterweight encounter between Ponzinibbio and Harris. Despite this having all the fields of a crossroads fight at first glance, both men are similar in age, and this fight should prove to be competitive from start to finish. Harris is the most skilled and willing grappler on paper, which should serve him well inside the smaller octagon. That said, Ponzinibbio, even at this advanced stage in his career, has never easily been a take and has never been an easy takedown. Wait, am I reading too fast? Has never been easy to take down, much less control. Okay, so you can't really control him that well. He's not really easy to take down. Okay, great. The Argentine dagger is apparently feeling back to normal for the first time since his life-threatening health scare back in 2019, which is crazy to think about given how he's competed in subsequent years. Unless Harris can demonstrate a lights out ability to ground Ponzinibbio early and often, then I believe that the ultimate fighter veteran can survive some scares and pull away down the stretch. This is another fight that has split decision written all over it, but I'll officially pick Ponzinibbio to get the nod. All right, the odds. Despite the odds makers open in Argentina as a slight underdog, public money has come in and flipped the line, listing Ponzinibbio at -138 and Harris at +112 at FanDuel. All right, at the co-main event, they expected to walk the cage at approximately 9:10. I didn't know this was the co-main event. All I know is that this was the only line that I looked at on the card that made me feel as if I might be on the right side in the event. Now we can look at the event again. As you can see, the analyst, alleged expert, is on the same side as I. I am looking at the slate right now and taking a look to see if there's any other action that I want to have. Preston Parsons versus Jacoby Smith. I want no parts of that big line on the money line. And note that I don't play normally second round, first round, knockout, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about straight who's winning and who lost and who loses. And if I expect all of the favorites to win unless otherwise, right? And so when I have a favorite that I'm selecting, I'm hoping that it wins. And the favorite that I got right now is Ponzinibbio. So if I call out a name, if it's a favorite, I think that I'm on the right side. If I call out a name that it's a dog, I'm hoping I'm on the right side, right? Just to give you sort of an idea of what I'm thinking about. So Joe Selecki, he is a dog as well. His name sounds real um, interesting, right? That's a selection. But I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna take that type of a chance. No, no, no. And there were some fights that were just removed or either started on the day. Let's see, is this card already on and moving? Finals. Oh, canceled matches. Well, there is canceled. No, it hasn't begun yet. Lamont Roach versus Javante in March 2nd. Javante Davis. All right. So let's see here. The Selecki fight. Nah, we're not doing that. What about Victoria Dudakova as a dog? Do we want any parts of that? Plus 700 dogs. No, sir. Fatima Klein probably be the one of there. You want to try a big nasty parlay with all these favorites? Let's see. Bruno Lopez, doggy dog against Mohamed Gadsi Yaslov. And with that one, I can't see Bruno Lopez overcoming the odds there either. How about this? Nicole Calari. Now, Nicole Calari, that's an interesting looking line. I'll make a note of that just in case for some live action. Nicole, Callliari. Take a note of that. 5 p.m. around 5 p.m. UFC. Let's take a look at that. Do more homework on that. See if she's giving me any kind of vibes. But that's plus 220 right now. Open at plus 150, but I don't know. I gotta look more into that one. Jacoby Smith, Preston Parsons. Uh, Interesting one as well. Preston Parsons, a bigger dog, plus 475 right now. Worth a look. None of these are like what I'm selecting, but I'm gonna see if it makes sense to take a look at that even more. Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden against the Thiago Moises. I would just think Thiago wins. I might just take Thiago. I think that line has moved the way that I like it, and Thiago Moises might be a play. I could be reading that one all the way wrong. I know the name Trey Ogden, so I got to look into this fight and see what's going on. I might go look at some other cappers and see what they thinking in regards to this fight because that one has now become interesting. Injury report: Wisconsin Green Bay would be without Anthony Roy in the starting lineup in college basketball. So let's go over to that matchup right now and see what's shaking and baking. As Florida Panthers got 1 minute to tie this game up. Air Force has taken the lead at halftime. They are up by two. Again, we did take the Air Force plus 2.5 because we know about them guys. We know that they are not ones to be slept on. So Green Bay, huh? In basketball. Green Bay in basketball. They would be without one of their players. So I'm thinking, what would you think in that game? That they're already a 15-point dog. I'm not touching that game. They're not even the favorite. They're a dog. Ugh. Bye. All right, let's continue on. Ihor Potiera versus Marco Tuilo. Tulio. That line has dropped a lot, but I would think Marco would be to still hold it down, so I'm not touching that. Jose Johnson, he should stay strong in that one. I might take him as a bet. Jose Johnson, might play him as a favorite. Um, just checking some more lines here. See if there's anything that stands out. Hmm. Nope, Santiago one more. Mackenzie Dern. I would take a shot with Dern. I am. I think I'm going to take a shot with Dern over Rebus. Nah. Nah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Rebus might be. I might stay with Rebus. So you see what it is. Haven't really made any moves in there. You heard what I said, right? Jose Johnson, I might look at. Rebus, I might look at. Thiago Moises versus Trey Ogden is something to look at. Preston Parson as a big dog is worth the look. And Cagliari is a big dog worth the look. I'm Tex Styles. It's been a Daily Spread podcast. I'm sure you're gonna have the best day ever today. If you made it to the end of this video, put up a deuce for your boy. We are out of here. Again, we hope you had a best day ever. And make sure you like and share the video with those that you think will want to see some of this type of content. Put the notification bell on so that way you know we're shaking and baking and moving and grooving. And also, you can email us info@Daily Spread Podcast for any business inquiries, questions, comments, and so forth. We out of here. Peace. Sure.